The area we now know as Israel began as a much larger territory consisting of Israel, Jordan, the West Bank, and Gaza, established as a mandate for Palestine by the League of Nations. In 1917, the Balfour Declaration, a letter from the UK's Foreign Secretary, supported the establishment of a Jewish state and stated that nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious rights of existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine. Open immigration of Jews was encouraged, as well as freedom of speech, religion, and assembly rights, which they never had under the Turkish rule. The Palestinians immediately called for the stop of Jewish immigration. Arab-Palestinian politician Arif Dajani stated, "It is impossible to live with the Jews. In all the countries where they are at present, they are not wanted because they always arrive to suck the blood out of everybody." The Palestinians first attacked Jerusalem in April of 1920 when their demands were not met. They attacked both British and Jewish policemen. This attack was the opening shot in a 90-year war, and the conflict is still ongoing. The Jewish community pushed for a partition of the territory into two states, no matter how small the Jewish territory ended up being. The first offer gave 20% to the Jewish community and 80% to the Palestinians. The Jewish leaders, also known as the Zionists, agreed to the plan, while Arab officials refused. Following World War II, Britain relinquished authority of Palestine to the newly formed UN. The UN recommended another partition plan. The new partition plan split territory almost equally. The Zionists publicly accepted. However, Arab officials declared that any partition plan would be met with rivers of blood. Shortly after the rejection, the 20-member Arab League sent their newly organized Arab Liberation Army against the Jews. Egypt, Jordan, Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon invaded Israel on May 15, 1948. Israel's territory increased by 40%. But when they offered the Palestinian leaders a partition plan that would have given them independence and more land designed for a Palestinian state than a Jewish state, the Palestinian leaders rejected it for the second time in 10 years. Jordan sent in troops to occupy the West Bank and annex the territory to the Kingdom of Jordan. Egypt took possession of the Gaza Strip and denied Palestinians any civil rights for 18 years. Israeli prime ministers have offered Palestinian leaders an independent state 3 times in the last decade, in response to President Clinton's suggestion of a West Bank, Gaza Palestinian state, with East Jerusalem as a capital. In 2005, Israel decided to pull all Israeli forces back across the 1967 border of Israel and Gaza, and even left a thriving flour export company to help jumpstart the economy. In response, the Palestinians destroyed the donated greenhouses and launched missiles and rockets against the civilians in Israel. In September of 2008, Israel Prime Minister Ahad Olmert proposed a new partition plan demonstrated by a map that gave the Palestinians 100% of the territory of the West Bank and Gaza prior to June 1967 war. Mohammed Abbas, chairman of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, took the map to his office for his aides to study and never returned. This was the last time the Israeli and Palestinian leaders met.